A train wrecked to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From remit coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a tree, he'll show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures blow. Web3 wonders, chain reactors on the scene. NFT insights and crypto dreams, diving into neocons. He's got the key.
Good morning, bros and bras. What's good, man? How we doing on this fantastic fucking Monday morning, December the 9th? We still don't have a name for the month, too. That just hit me. We don't have a name for this monumental month. So maybe we got to work on that. But for here now, man, we're just here living the dream, anticipating a big week for Web3, a massive week for Web3. And I'm excited to chat with you guys about it today. And today we're getting into Magic Eden's TGE monumental event coming tomorrow. I know everybody here is looking forward to that to one degree or another. If you're not getting the token, well, it's going to work its way to you. Man, when that hits people's wallets and people get in that spendy kind of mood, and you can see it's already starting. So we're going to look at the Magic Eden ME token. We're going to get some price predictions going. I think you've probably heard some of mine, and you might have seen I'm a little on the bullish side, a lot on the bullish side. Enzo, don't FUD my bags here, brother. Not going to let you do it. Yeah, we got some convincing to do of some people on why I think that ME token is going to cook so much. And you know what? Maybe I'll counter it with a little, a little realism today. But yeah, a lot of hopium too. Should be a good one. Guys, we're going to get to the crypto market, NFTs, runes, dog hitting a new all-time high yesterday. Man, again, a lot to talk about, Let's get into it. Guys, smash the like. Man, if you're not subscribed, you got to subscribe. We're doing this every freaking day. Every day getting into the hottest stories here in crypto, in NFTs. If it's happening in Web3, man, we're doing it. We're getting into it. So hit the like. Make sure you subscribe here. Drop the link over to X as well. Throw a little like or comment on that. It does help. Push that out a bit. Let me start with, let me be clear, by the way. I am pumping your bags today. That's the goal. Pretty much nothing but bull posting and bull talking today. A lot of bullish things happening here. And 80K pudgy floor, incredible. Yeah, I can't wait to get to NFTs. Now, I'm going to get through this stuff as best I can, kind of quick, because, man, I really want to focus on the Magic Eden token. I want to focus on supply. I want to get to those predictions. Right, there's two sides to this. There's the side I'm on, which, again, is pretty freaking bullish. I'm pretty optimistic about this price. And at the very least, I'll say it's higher. It's going much higher than it's at now. I locked in my price predictions yesterday. Some of you saw it. So we'll go over that here. But, man, let's start with what I think or I'm hoping is a win for you guys. A small win, but still a win. I think I dropped this, yesterday, 2 days. Is this 2 days ago, guys? Maybe it was just yesterday. A very small win, but, man, that's what we do. We'll take those wins any size, and they do add up, but mostly showing this just to shout out the legend Zancan, one of my absolute favorite artists, and especially on the generative art side. Absolutely love this guy. Kind of a surprise piece yesterday, dropping this new Lush Pepes. Absolutely love it. I fucking love this thing. And I grabbed a few, right? Because I talked about it on the show. I see, familiar enough with his collection to know the right size, the right collection size at the right price is enough for you to maybe win a little bit on it. And that's exactly how it played out yesterday. Ended up at 461 editions, minted out at 10 TES. 20 TES floor right now. Again, small win. We'll take them. You bought yourself a bundle of them. You're up decently. You're up probably a few $100, which would be great. And we'll take them all, big or small. Anyway, I hope you grabbed some. If you didn't, not so bad on secondary. Again, 20 TES right now. And I did grab one on secondary around that price. I like these. I think these will cook in the bull market, especially when the art season really heats up. All right, again, a lot of bullish things happening. Yes, with tokens. Big time with tokens. But on the macro level here in crypto, there's a lot of exciting things happening. This being maybe a key one of them that just dropped this morning. China's easing their monetary policy. Moderately loose, getting a little spendy over there. Maybe relaxing regulations a little bit. By the way, did I say good morning, Six Hole and Barry and Katz and Mike? Good morning, guys. Great to see you. It is a big week. It's a really, really exciting week. I'm glad to see you guys here. Bullish news coming on the global scale, at the global level. I mean, really, really bullish here for crypto as we head into this epic bull run. At this point, what, second inning, third inning, maybe? Maybe. But yes, ahead of the Magic Eden TGE tomorrow, it's runes that are really catching a bid here. It's runes that are really doing something special. I do hope you saw this yesterday because it's exciting. In fact, I was sitting on Magic Eden just watching the price. I was just sitting and watching the price. And of course, I am looking to maybe sell dog. I didn't yesterday. But watching the price, and it's just going up and up and up. Hitting a new all-time high yesterday, 978 mil. Might have crossed 980 mil. Guys, just 20 million away from a 1 billion market cap, which would be this already is a record for a rune. So it's a fantastic milestone for runes, and the higher dog goes, the higher the rest of the ecosystem goes. So GG's to Leonidas and the dog community, really first and foremost there. Ronan, good morning. Again, milestone week. We're going to hit a few milestones. And the rune, I would say the broader market cap of the rune ecosystem, probably getting to an all-time high this week. If not, they're already one of those milestones. We'll come back to runes. We'll come back to dog. But again, for now, it's just GG's to that entire community here. On Magic Eden, we will get deeper in this towards the second half of the show when we get into tokenomics. But for now, it is tomorrow. It is trading for $4 on pre-market. And I'll tell you what, I think $4 is not valuing this thing properly. There is a debate here. There's a discussion here. But it's really fun out in the timeline seeing these price predictions. I like Anna's prediction here. I like it. $40 might sound crazy. It does sound crazy. It's probably a little crazy. It's probably a little crazy. But that's what we've come to expect here in crypto. We're okay with crazy because crazy happens all the damn time here. $40 ME does not put that token at a $40 billion market cap. It doesn't. $40 puts the ME token at an $8 billion market cap, which I think is actually kind of realistic. Kind of realistic. Now, there is FDV. We talked about it yesterday. We'll talk about it today when we get to tokenomics. That does matter. But at the start, does it? Does it really? It might. It might, but that said, $4 right now doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense to me. We'll go do those calculations. We'll look at the market cap. I'll tell you why I think $4 that it's trading at now is way too low. And I'll tell you why I think the real price is going to be smack dab in the middle of $4 and $40. I think you guys should get pretty damn excited for what's coming here. Especially because, guys, ME is already trading on Coinbase right now on their pre-market. Rarely happens. Rarely happens here. But it's happening with, it's pretty exciting, man. It's happening with the ME token. Probably means spot trading's coming live tomorrow, too. Probably. I wouldn't say it's 100%, but I'd say it's damn near that. And at the same time, we're waiting to see if we get a Binance listing for ME, and it sure as hell looks like that's coming too, guys. It sure looks like that's coming. We got our on-chain sleuths here that have already found that Binance's wallet, I'm sure they got multiple, but a Binance wallet had a single ME token deposited into it. Just testing it out. Pretty good indicator here, I think, guys, that we're going to have an ME listing live on Binance tomorrow. This is a big token. This is a big deal, guys. I don't think we're going to be waiting here weeks or months for the ME token to be listed. I don't think so, man. I think this goes live tomorrow. That's right, Eric. Yeah, I think this is a big sign that this is coming tomorrow. Magic Eden, I'm pretty sure people underestimating that. I think so. I think people looking at it as an NFT marketplace. I know people think there's some token swaps you can do there too. I think people underestimating, I guess, the degree that they're kind of evolving into a more broader purpose DEX, right? And I think they have some teases coming too. And I'll tease that here too. I think Magic Eden's got a blockchain coming, and I think that's going to get announced this week. Drop the token, drop some big news, really send that flying. And they don't care about price. Make no mistake, they do not care about the price of that token. They don't, right? The team's fine. Founders' lives change. They're wealthy. They don't care about the price of the token. They care about what they're building, and you know that. None of us are questioning that. We've seen them building. They care about building. That's it. But that said, we've also seen they're incredibly smart marketers. And so I think something big coming this week. I think the announcement of a blockchain. That's my bet. That's on my bingo card this morning. I can't wait. We did see the ME token price hit over $8 this morning on pre-markets. Just briefly, guys, but it touched it. It's possible. I think it's going to hit that tomorrow live. I think it's going to hit that, and I think it's actually going to smash right through that. My real prediction for the ME token is about double this price. That's where I think it's going to settle in the short term here. Long term, I don't think so. I don't know. Well, again, we'll get into that, but I do think short term you're looking at a token that's probably in this ballpark. I do think it's 10 plus. Watch and find out, guys. Watch and find out, I think. Now, yesterday is a moment a lot of people were waiting for. I'm curious if some of you guys actually were waiting for this and actually... Eric, we'll get to that too. We'll get to the why. Why $4? I think it's, I'll just say here, I think the market is undervaluing it, right? I think people are not looking at ME as what it is. It's being looked at as like a tensor kind of token, right? It's a token for an NFT marketplace. I think people aren't seeing big picture that it's going to be, Magic Eden's going to be Binance level big one day. That's years off, but they're going to be that big. And I don't think people value the token for what it's going to be down there in the future. I do. I will. I'm going to speculate away on it. But yes, I do think the market's going to catch up. I do think the market's is undervaluing it, and we'll run the numbers. We're going to look at what $4 means right now, market cap wise. Talking FTV, that means $4 billion market cap, and I think that's fair. That's fair, but I also think that's low. I think that's low. I think the Magic Eden token and market cap should be double that. Almost out of the gate. Right, again, we'll get to that. Colt. Highly anticipated token coming from the Miladies. I know people have been waiting for this. Were you guys waiting? Did you guys get this drop? I hope so. I hope some people got some of this Colt token because it's cooking. It's cooking, man, as people expected. People aren't sure if it's coming though. It's been a minute that this has been teased, but yes, it came. It's here. It's live. It's trading. Rip into a $600 million market cap and higher. And guys, already getting a Coinbase listing. Already. It's a different time. It's a different space now. Already with a Coinbase listing. Incredible. Yeah, no doubt that Magic Eden gets listed tomorrow. No doubt. But great for this ecosystem. It's meme coin season. It is the super cycle for meme coins. I mean, hell, it is the Omega cycle, as much as I'm getting tired of that phrase. But, man, incredible to see Colt getting that listing. It's a major token. Here you go. It's on a little bit of a tear now, up to 722 mil. Pay attention to this. Like I'm going to point out here, there's two things to be watching for, the market cap, but also FDV. Which one are traders paying attention to the most? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'll tell you, I think a whole lot of traders are looking at just market cap. I think so. And I think that allows for some interesting price action in the very short term. And we actually, again, we see that right here in Colt. Some of that supply is locked up here for a good amount of time, and that's why we're seeing the difference in the prices there. But we'll keep our eyes on Colt. Guys, we're keeping our eyes on Pangu too, which I got to tell you, in case you only tuned in maybe an episode or two last week, I was wrong with my date for the Pangu token drop. I think I was saying it was coming in next year, 2025. It's not. It's coming this year. It's coming in a matter of weeks here. Maybe next week? Maybe next week? Maybe once that ME token's out there, there's a whole bunch of liquidity to suck up from that. Pangu token's dropping imminently, guys. And a heads up, in fact, actually it's too late at this point, but they did have in the abstract Discord A Google Doc, you're supposed to sign up for it if you had a certain NFT, right? I think there's about, let's say, 15 different NFT collections. You hold it, you get the elite Chad role in their Discord. It might be, guys, for a Pangu allocation. It might be. So I hope you guys signed up for that if you had those NFTs. Regardless, people really looking forward to this drop. This is really going to cook. This is another one, of course. I do these high valuations. I've got these really massive predictions. That's just me. But I see that magic in Pangu here. I think this is a major meme coin coming. A lot of money getting in traders' hands, especially Pudgies. And now some really interesting price predictions on the Pangu token. Really interesting price predictions. And I will say, if Pangu is going to hit a $5 billion FDV, sure as hell better believe that Magic Eden's going to do that and more, in my opinion. In my opinion. But people calculating this out, and look, we don't have the tokenomics for this yet fully. Although, let me say, I am seeing some stuff out there. We know some details about the supply. We don't know what allocations go into Pudgy holders. But some people factor in, or maybe, I hope they nailed this prediction. Maybe those Pangu holders are getting about a $100,000 token allocation. It'd be great for them. Imagine that, guys. Imagine that. Because I know a lot of guys who've got multiple penguins. So they're not looking at a $100,000 allocation. They're looking at hundreds of thousands, if not more. And those guys deserve it. Man, excited to see them get that in their hands. Same guys are probably getting a big old chunk of ME token tomorrow, too. A lot of traders about to get a lot of money to play with here, and they're going to go gamble away with that stuff. It's hard to not be excited on everything, and personally zeroed in on runes right now. Big time. Guys, we got the Jupiter drop coming. Jupiter drop's coming too here. That's coming next month. Again, just keep feeding these traders. Keep them liquid. You keep doing that, and we can really start cooking here for a good extended period. We're going to have a great year next year, and I think it's most of the year we cook, but especially the first quarter. Man, are we going to cook. Stuff like this is what's going to be driving that. Incredible to see. And then we got the OpenSea drop coming too. I don't think it's this year. Just a heads up, I don't think it's this year. But keep this on your radar. I do think, my prediction, is that OpenSea is going to drop some news probably tomorrow or Wednesday. Maybe more officially announcing farming. Maybe it actually opens up. Right? We've had these little teases before. People got to play on the platform. They got points. They've been teasing retroactive rewards here too, man. They do have a token coming. So another event next year, and I would guess early next year, it's going to get more tokens in traders' hands. Keep this cycle really cooking here, man. Again, hard to not be very excited for what's coming here. Now we need the macro market to hold up, and really we need to see that next leg up. Bitcoin broke 100K. We're not done, right? I don't think any of us are going to be happy if that's just where we peak. I think we want to see a lot more than that. I think a lot of us are picturing this going, Bitcoin specifically, going to 150, maybe 200, maybe. And maybe our boy Michael Saylor is going to help push us there. This man, again, through MicroStrategy, going on another shopping spree here, guys. Announced this morning another 21,550 Bitcoin purchased, $2.1 billion. This man top blasting here. I mean, it's on a daily or weekly basis, it feels like. I mean, my goodness. How many billions have they spent on Bitcoin this year, man? It's a pretty staggering number here. Wow, guys. Look at that. They hold over 423,000 Bitcoin. It's a massive number, man. Mike Bennett, 37 ME. It's not, dude, not nothing. In fact, I'm pulling up the calculator here. All right, 37. We'll go bull scenario. Full bull. All right, full bull. There's a chance. There's a scenario, Mike Bennett. There's a scenario where I see that being worth $1,400. Let's say $1,000. 37 ME ain't nothing. I think it's going to catch people by surprise here quite a bit. I do. Okay, we're getting close. I'll get into those tokenomics here in a second. Looking at the macro crypto market, let me refresh here. Oh, look at that. Good stuff. Bitcoin back up to 99K. A little bit of a dip this morning, but back up over 99K. Love to see it. ETH below 4K now at 38.90. Ripple 243. Solana $229. BNB 729. Anything else we want to peek at here? Cardano got rocked yesterday, guys. I don't know if you saw. But X account compromised, tweeting out that they got served a Wells notice. I actually believed it. That tweet came when I was live yesterday morning. I thought it was real. I thought it was real because I know there's some SEC stuff going on behind the scenes. Like, they're not done. They're not done. So I wasn't surprised to hear that, but some of the tweets were a little extreme, right? Saying they're not supporting their token anymore. And maybe, I think there was even a tweet that they're burning supply. So, like, that's where it got a little unrealistic. And, I mean, regardless, price impacted. How much of this is just the market? How much of this is a little of the FUD from yesterday? That I don't know. But regardless, down 6.2% in the past 24 hours. Looking at the ETFs, 376 mil in inflows on Friday. Really looking forward to this week and seeing how it performs. Usually you see the inflows, outflows match the market. Down days, you see outflows. And those big up days, you usually see massive inflows. So we'll keep an eye on this today and again this week. And then on the ETH side, it's the best stretch for the ETH ETFs we've seen to date. It's the past couple of weeks here. Just awesome, awesome, awesome. A lot of people feeling like ETH, certainly bottomed out a few weeks back. And really ready and gearing up for the next all-time high. Something we haven't seen in a minute here, so looking forward to that, man. 83.8 million in inflows on Friday. Similar to Bitcoin, watching to see this week how it performs. I'm thinking a great week for ETH. Hoping at least, hoping so. And it's things like this, again, this just has me so bullish for all of crypto here, right? Recently, Michael Saylor pitched the Microsoft board on buying Bitcoin, adding it to their treasury. Well, now it's Amazon's turn, and it's the Amazon shareholders asking the company to add Bitcoin to the treasury. Would love to see it. I know everybody would. I think we're all waiting for the day where you go on Amazon to go shopping, and yeah, Eric, I think we should do that. Yeah, we should definitely chat Emmy predictions. I will see if Enzo's around to come up and chat too, because Enzo will be like the counter argument. Enzo can be here to flood our bags. Enzo ain't wrong, by the way. He's such a smart guy. Enzo and I do not have the same take. Although, you know what's funny? Funny enough, I'm talking about a little exchange we had on X. Funny enough, I agree with him. I'll pull that up in a second. But TLDR there, $4 right now puts the FDV, $40 puts FDV at 40 billion. It is astronomical. That's not happening. That's not happening for the ME token. I argue that FDV probably doesn't matter short term. Probably doesn't. I don't know. Could be wrong. But I think maybe it doesn't in the short term. And that's what I do. My predictions, guys, and I like to say this maybe regularly, when I make these astronomical predictions, I am talking about where I think these things peak at. I'm talking about when it's the peak euphoria for, maybe the space, but also in an individual collection or token. I'm talking about what I think it can hit, like max potential. Because I know we're all aiming for that, even if it's not the right strategy, right? You're not playing necessarily to hit that. You're not timing the top, but it is good to have an idea of where it can go in an extreme scenario. And that's what a lot of my predictions are. They are extreme. And this is an extreme space. Over and over and over, we see it. And especially Emmy, I'm talking about it like that because I think other predictions I'm often seeing on the other side, I think are actually way too low. I think these other predictions of Emmy being at $1 or $2, I think those are extreme as well. Those are extremely low. I don't buy them. I think they're wrong. So when I'm doing the counter and being maybe extra bullish, it's for that reason. Marco, I like that. 5 to 10 billion FDV. It does make sense. It does. That does put the ME token at $5 to $10. And then the other element there is, are people really looking at FDV? Are they looking at price? Are they going to get hyped up by big announcements? And are they going to look at market cap? And I argue that some of that's going to come into play. To me, that's why I put the prediction in between. Realistic 5 to 10 FDV and the extreme 40, which is unrealistic, but there's a scenario where that happens, which will be way out there. I put my prediction in between. Again, I'll pull up my prediction. Check out the Fabino.Sol ME post on X. I'll pull it up. Actually, let me load it now. I want to peek at it. Fabino, is it Fabino? Hang on, let me see if I'm reading that right here. Is that Fabiano? Let me peek. If it's good, we'll pull it up now. Fabiano.Sol. All right, one sec. Let me pull it up. I don't know why sometimes when people drop names, I can't find them. Oh, here we go. Okay, Emmy coming tomorrow. Status, tokenomics, launch price. Okay, he's got a thread here. Let me scan. I'm gonna jump to the end of it. In fact, is this what I already had bookmarked? No, it's not. Okay, it's a good thread. I see his target. Super realistic target, by the way, and it's a nice target. Super realistic, lower than mine, and it's a good target. I'm gonna pull this up in a moment. We're getting to that very soon. Want to blitz through the NFT market here. So let's do that. I'm not going to do daily. Pretty normal day for sales yesterday. We'll hit weekly because the numbers are in, and we did finish higher than the prior week. 173.5 mil in cross-chain sales. Sellers down, buyers down. Transactions down slightly. Trade profits, man. I dig it. We are in the positive here. Freaking finally. Finally some positive profits here. And I hope that's the start of maybe a good stretch here. I'm talking maybe weeks, maybe a couple months of seeing traders in the profit here. It's been a minute, though. Let's see. We got to go all the way back to mid-April to see the last week we were in the positive. So really, really good sign. In the start, I hope, of a monster December. And, man, we do need a monster December if we're going to see the year of 2024 beat last year's sales. We can do it. We can do it. We're going to need what? I don't know, 550 mil in sales over the next less than 3 weeks. Can we do it? Yes. Going to be pretty tricky. It's going to be tricky. It's going to come right down to the wire, I think, unless we really turn up the heat here. Very possible, though. So let's see if we can pull it off. Man, do I hope so. There's a chance. There is. All right, looking at sales yesterday. Actually, it's not yesterday. This is rolling 24 hours here. We got Pudgy Penguins at the top. Dude, making waves out in Miami. A lot of really, really bullish talk about their event at Art Basel. People really bullish on what Pudgy Penguins are doing. Just an elite team. There was no real alpha drop there, but people very bullish on the Pudgy Penguins team. So love to see that. Milady Maker up. Now this, I'm not 100% sure here. I assume that sales volume is up because Milady's claimed their Colt token. If that Colt token was tied to the individual Miladies, usually after TGE, after you get your token, you dump your asset, and you're dumping it kind of for a bit less. So we might see volume up here, but the actual price down. We'll peek at Magic Eden in a moment, look at floor prices. That might be what's going on here, but either way, Milady's cooking. 1.9 million sales. Lil Pudgy's cooking too. People, again, very bullish on the Pudgy Penguin ecosystem. And Azuki here on the top 5 because they got Anime Coin coming. Right, that's coming next year, so people who either missed Pudgies or selling Pudgies for profit or finding profits elsewhere, people liquid now playing for the next major NFT coin, that is Azuki. Right? It's Pudgy Penguins, it's also Azuki. So expect to see Azuki's cooking. We've been saying that I think elementals are undervalued, and you're starting to see those move too. I think you're going to see those cook. Now, are we going to see parity between Azuki and Pudgies? No. I think there's nothing. They're not so similar anymore, but I do think elementals are going to start really cooking here just because they're so affordable now. Guys, we got Gilded Guardian Heroes, Bitcoin Puppets, Bored Apes, D-Market OMB, Node Monks. There's your top 10. And let's look at our top sales. A lot of Pudgy Penguins I think we're going to see in this list. They are starting to move, and man, they're moving for high prices. 50 ETH is our top sale in the past 24 hours. That's Pudgy Penguin, 400. What is that? 40? Whatever. I don't care. It's your top sale, $196,000. Got a gold skin going for 45 ETH, $177,000. Some CryptoPunks, another Pudgy. Nice OMB sale, more Pudgies, man. It's definitely Pudgy season, man. Winter's coming. Pangu's going to cook. Pangu is a brilliant, brilliant strategy for these guys. Face of crypto. Get this token in a whole bunch of people's hands. Whole bunch of people. NFTs ain't dead, digital asset. I like your name. NFTs not, yeah, you know what? Not dead. Not dead. Actually, you know what? That's a great reminder. Thank you. NFTs, look, it's a bull market. It's not blowing me away yet, but it's definitely a bull market. We've seen it in the index, right? We saw the NFT market up in 30 days. That's what we were waiting for. But there was another time frame I was really watching for. And when I checked this morning, it's damn close. I'm talking about the 60-day period. We have not been in the green in the 60-day period at all this year. Not at all this year. Not even when we cooked earlier this year. Other than if you go back to November to January, I have a feeling we were green then. I'm not going to look. But if I just go year to date here, not a single time we were in the green this year. And that's going to change really soon. This morning, it was just 0.2 away from being in the green. Again, first time that would have happened in 2024. 1.5% now. It is close. That's going to flip soon. It's an NFT bull market, and I do think it's going to get pretty spicy. We're not there yet, so digital, you're right. NFTs are in a funny spot. They're in a funny spot. It's a bull market. NFTs, look, part of NFTs died last year and isn't coming back. Part of it. A little part of the speculative side. I know that might sound crazy when you see those pudgy penguin sales, but at the very least, it helped reset some people's expectation. And maybe what I'm talking about there is the expectation of what NFTs can do. I mean, to be honest, right now, they're collectibles. I think the bear market helps set that expectation for people in a better way. They're collectibles. Yes, there's going to be more we can do with them. I hope somebody does some really cool, innovative stuff this cycle and pulls it off now. I know in the future, I know next cycle, I'm talking like 4 years off, it'll be a different story. Collectibles, yes, but they do a whole lot of stuff, right? But there is something to NFTs being dead digital. It did kill this idea of how magical NFTs can be. That said, I think they're magic still. As in, I love collectibles, and I love NFTs, and they are back. Just a little bit different. A little bit, again, silly prices, a little more realistic, a little. It's hard to say when you see an ether rock selling for damn near $1 million. That happened on Saturday. 235 ETH sale. I love ether rocks. They're stupid, but it's part of why I love them. It's picture a meme coin in NFT form. It's an ether rock, right? It's a provenance play. I dig it. So can't be dead when we're selling NFTs for an NFT of a rock for $1 million. But again, digital ain't really wrong. Okay, ahead of the ME drop tomorrow. Let's get into it. Let's get into those tokenomics. Let's get into why I think price predictions might be a little low. Might be. Again, we'll find out if I'm wrong. I might be. I'm okay. I'm really okay with being wrong. I don't mind. At the very least, I like getting people thinking and talking. But yeah, ahead of the ME TGE tomorrow, it's Rune's cooking, man. And man, they're really cooking. They're really cooking. And also just to start, I've got some pretty astronomical price predictions here too. But I mean, geez, yesterday, it's just across the board green. In fact, you know what? Give me a second. I do want to pull up the Rune's market cap. What was our peak before? Did we ever get to 3 bill? I'm pretty sure we got to a 2 bill market cap for the Runes ecosystem. Let's see here. I'm going to see if we've crossed 3. I'm trying to add up in my head. I think maybe not, but maybe. Yikes. Yeah, not even close. We're not even over 2 bill right now. If this is accurate, this is always like a day behind. Yeah, this is a little behind. I'm not sure. We're not at 3 bill. I think that's safe to say, but I think that's coming. I do. I think that's not so far off. But like we saw at the beginning, Dog did hit an all-time high yesterday. 980, we'll say 980 mil. Massive number, man. All-time high for Dog. And how are we looking this morning? A little pullback here. 835 mil. Makes sense. This changes tomorrow, later this week. This changes when ME gets in people's hands. And look, I think Magic Eden's got some big-ass announcements coming tomorrow, too. One of those announcements is going to be use your ME to buy anything. I think it's one of the smaller, it's not a minor announcement, but that is, I think, one of the smaller announcements. I think we'll be seeing people take ME and they'll swap it directly for Dog and $1 Billion Cat and Pups and Gizmo. And right, I think you can take that token, swap it for whatever. Which would be incredible. Actually, can you do that right now? Can you do that with Runes? Can you buy? I don't think you can yet. I kind of want to check on the mobile app. I don't think you can do that here yet. You can with NFTs. In case people don't know, with NFTs you can pick. I'm going to check that too. Let me see. I know on ETH side you can definitely do that. Can you do that on Bitcoin? It might just be ERC20s. Yeah, let's see. It's kind of a Let's go a little cheaper. Let's see. Let's see if it'll let me do a little pudgy. No, okay. But what it does, guys, if you click buy. Oh, there we go. Okay. And I'm going to go back to Bitcoin and see if it lets me do it. But you can change. You can choose your payment token. You can pick credit card, which is cool. You don't have to use ETH. Prime, Portal, Meme, Ape. All kinds of tokens here. And you're going to have that ME token to pick from. And I think that's going to be a big narrative they run with, right? Use ME to buy any token, NFT. Doesn't matter the token standard, any fungible token, right? I think you'll be able to do this soon with the ME token. I think that's going to be a core message of theirs. Again, I want to try this real quick. Yeah, right. You can't on Bitcoin yet. Maybe that changes with the ME token. Hold on to that thought, though. Yes. Okay, Marco, hang on to that thought, too. That's exactly what I'm thinking here. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Is people can make pools. Put assets in a pool with a token, with the ME token, swap it out. Swap your token for, you get to pick, an NFT in a pool. Here's the deal. Magic Eden, this is going back to last month, but they tweeted their tokenomics. Oh, shit, I'm a little out of order. Let me move the next tab up. Okay, I want you to think of what Marco's saying here, pools. What's up, DeYank? Good to see you, man. What's up, George? Good to see you, man. Dude, fuck the SEC. Fuck them. All right, keep what Marco's saying here in mind. Keep a lot of that. Keep that in mind. Keep the idea of, okay, I'll say it, a Magic Eden blockchain. I want you to think Magic Eden blockchain when I go over what I'm about to show next. The idea of people being able to set up pools. Bunch of assets in a pool. Swap your ME token for them. Right? Drop your asset in the pool to get ME token. Anytime swap the ME back for you get to pick an asset in the pool or it just gives you a random one, something like that. There's some other ideas there too. I want you to keep a blockchain in mind when we go over Magic Jack. Does anybody else call him that? I do. I call Jack Liu, co-founder of Magic Eden. I call him Magic Jack. But also keep in mind this whole cross-chain ecosystem that I can picture some kind of benefit to having these trades settle on a chain, at least the transaction itself settling on a blockchain, as opposed to, I wish I knew exactly how the platform works, buying assets with all these different tokens. Where does it settle? What does that look like? Behind the scenes, there's swaps going on, right? If you buy a Pudgy Penguin for Paul or G3 or Meme, there's some swaps going on behind the scenes, right? I would like to see that actually settled on a chain, maybe a Magic Eden chain. And something's just starting to make sense here. And I've thought this for a while. There have been rumors for a while, but what I really think is the surprise announcement coming this week. What I really think is coming is Magic Eden announcing a blockchain. Oh my God, hang on, guys. This is cool. DeYank found 2 little pudgies in his wallet. Good shit, man. Would you just forget about them? That's wild. And then Eric found a few quantum cats in his hidden folder. Dude, how does that work, man? You bought them and forgot you had quantum cats? I mean, it's a nice surprise. Oh, shit. All right. I was going to say, man. It's a pricey freaking ordinal to have forgotten about. Yeah, I wish it were true. So, yes, I think a big announcement this week. I think they'll have some splashy stuff, but I think Magic Eden's going to announce a blockchain. It's just a gut feeling, but I think that's going to happen. And I even posed that to... see if I can find it. I posed that to Chart Fu. Look, his answer didn't make me think that, yes, it's happening and he knows about it, but his answer made me certainly think maybe that he leans that way too. So he's bull posting a little bit about, ME. And Chart Fu formerly worked for Magic Eden. He's now an advisor to the ME Foundation. But are they going to launch their own blockchain? His reply, I mean, who knows? There's no need until now, though. What's that need now? It's what we were just talking about. Maybe settling trades, like I am, dude, Eric, I am. Maybe like a transaction layer kind of thing, but also those pools. But who knows? No need until now. Crypto and tech are moving fast, and the Magic Eden team is famous. They are for adapting and moving crazy fast. They are. And you can spin up a blockchain relatively quickly here. That said, it's been, a year plus for Abstract. formerly Frame. It's not like it's an instant thing, but it is getting faster to launch a chain. And I actually think if that's going to happen for Magic Eden, I think they've been working on it for a bit. So this is my prediction. I think this week Magic Eden's going to announce a blockchain, which would be awesome. I think that's coming. So then let's look at the Jack tweet. With the adoption of ME, we're excited to welcome many of you to grow alongside of us. It's just the first step towards building the largest on-chain and cross-chain community. I still wonder if some of these words are chosen purposefully. Some other parts here kind of stand out to me. Over the next few days, I'll be emphasizing what our community stands for, what it doesn't. One of our core community principles is will be mission first, over money first. We're not looking for those guys trying to make a quick buck to join our community. We want users who truly believe in the on-chain and cross-chain mission we have planned. Well, what's the plans, right? This is important. What are your on-chain and cross-chain plans? Because if you're just to be a DEX, that they kind of are now, they're a DEX light. And if you're just going to be a marketplace, which they are now, and they're a fantastic marketplace, what do you mean? What do you mean plans? What else? What else you got? Again, this is where I kind of insert blockchain. Over time, Magic Eden will serve as a hub for countless chains and tokens. We'll provide a simple entry for all users to trade those assets and make digital ownership universal. Yep. Right now, crypto's moving towards more complexity, more fragmentation, more gatekeepers. Simplicity, convenience, and permissionless innovation will be the way. So I think they'll have some kind of incentive for people to build dApps in an ecosystem. But where's that ecosystem? I think it's on an ME blockchain. Maybe they call it Magic. I don't know. I don't know. Good morning, Cosmos. Dude, I'm really excited for you with Dog. I was going to reply to a tweet yesterday, like just, there's been a lot of people championing Dog, right? You're one of them. You're one of those guys who's just supported Dog throughout, like just hardcore. And you know me, I have not always been there. And you've checked me many times. So I'm rooting for you, man, with Dog going up and up and up and at that all-time high. Keep thinking of you as that's happening. I'm excited for you, man. It's good shit. All of that I read with blockchain in mind. I think it's coming. I think it's happening. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I do think Magic Eden's going to have a really splashy play here. And I think that a blockchain announcement can really send that cooking. Now, where are we at now? Let me refresh here. All right, not bad. $4.36. I try to not hit the vape on air, but get a little too excited, man. I have to. $8 to $10. I like it. Okay, now I got the calculator out. Now I'm going to crunch some numbers. I want you to keep a couple numbers in mind, okay? Couple things you got to keep in mind here as we go through it. And we're going to reference back to some of their documentation. We can look at this to start, but just a quick glance. 1 billion tokens is the total supply. And that's the first number we're going to keep in mind. 1 billion. Supply equals 1 billion. That means ME at $4. Let's keep it simple. ME at $4 is a $4 billion market cap, FDV. But that's not a $4 billion market cap when the total supply is not out. And that's the sticking point here that I think a lot of people maybe aren't considering. Maybe I'm over considering it. That's so possible. It's really possible. But when this launches tomorrow at TGE, it's not 1 billion in circulation. It's not 1 billion tokens, right? It's 200 million tokens that are generated tomorrow. I'm trying to think here too, guys, if they're using the word emissions in a way that I think of it, as in like minted tokens, as in tomorrow, there's not 1 billion tokens with, I guess going by this, 750 million of them just sitting in a wallet. Instead, I wonder if emissions means there's only 250 mil, or excuse me, tomorrow 200 mil. There's no more tokens. Other than it looks like daily, it's going to emit some of these tokens, and they'll work their way into the supply, into circulation. Via rewards here too, by the way, is mostly what I think, and that's one of the announcements coming too, is how are rewards going to work here. Okay? I also wonder if they're using emissions because when you think of a blockchain, again, I don't know exactly how this works because I don't know how a blockchain would emit a Solana token, but I'm taking that word at face value, emissions. I'm picturing a blockchain, and they've got some kind of emission system for these tokens. I don't know. But either way, I'm working with a number of $1 billion. That's helping us figure out our FDV, and 200 mil tomorrow, and only 250 mil, by the way, for the first year. For a full 12 months, we only reached 250 mil. That's the number of tokens. So in supply, I'm going with 200 mil. We're using that to factor our market cap. Eric, do you have to sign a transaction to claim? I think so, yes. Yes. You're going to have to pay a little gas fee to claim, yes. That's my understanding, yeah. Okay, so crunching those numbers again. I'm going to use $4 just to keep it. Actually, should I use $4 or should I use the what it really is on pre-markets? Like what, 436? Let's do 436 just because. $4.36 times 200 mil. Okay, so again, yes, $4.3 billion FDV. But if people are going to be looking at market cap, I don't know if they are. I think they are. Or they're not looking at all. It's just a lot of chasing, hot news, hot trends, whatever. We're talking about an $872 million market cap tomorrow. It's not much. It's not much. I'm trying to find it. I've not found it yet, but I'm using Uniswap as something to compare the Magic Eden token to. It's not perfect, right? It's not a perfect comparison. Uniswap was doing, just so much volume as, the biggest DEX in the world. And I'm thinking back to last cycle. So it's not a perfect comparison, but it is a comparison I'm trying to make here. Uniswap at its peak got to a $22 billion market cap here. Right here. May 3rd, 2021, $22 billion market cap. What I don't know is how many tokens were circulating then. I'm trying to figure that out. It just helps me as I'm trying to, talk so bullishly about this stuff. But they certainly did have an emission schedule. At this point, 60% of the tokens are in circulation. So we can try to play this game a little bit of FDV versus market cap. Right? We can do that. This got to a $22 billion market cap, and I'm assuming, I don't even have to assume, actually. I was going to say I'm assuming that this is showing not FDV, this is showing market cap. That is true. That is what this is showing. This is showing circulating supply times token price. That means back here, when this hit $22 billion, I would bet you guys, I think it's just obvious this was a fraction of the price. Excuse me, a fraction of the supply circulating. Could we say it was a third of that? Maybe, was there probably, I would guess, guys, there was maybe, this might be a perfect comparison, guys. I would just guess there was probably around 200 million tokens circulating back when this hit a $22 billion market cap. It's a guess. It's a guess, but I think it's a fine guess here. It's giving me a ballpark. Now I'm going to ballpark and saying, I think if Uniswap got to a $22 billion market cap, I think Magic Eden could or should be about a third of that. Ballpark. It's not exact. I don't know. Ballpark. I'm going with about an $8 billion market cap. Not FDV. I'm talking market cap. That puts token price at, calculator. That puts the token price, if we hit an $8 billion market cap, that puts the token price at $40. I'm just saying there is a scenario, as crazy as it is, as fucking crazy as it is. I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy. I don't mind. That puts the token at $40. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I lean towards I don't think so, but I also say it's actually possible. It's actually possible. And it's worth considering because I think the flip side of it, these predictions for $1 or $2, that's the part I think is also not very possible. Could it happen? Yep. Do I think it's possible? Yep. Do I think it's likely? No. $2 for this token. $2. If this is a $2 token, yes, FDV is $2 billion. I think that's okay. I actually think it's really low, but it's okay. That could happen. Puts the market cap at 400 mil. I don't buy it. I don't buy 500 mil Magic Eden token when I think they got a blockchain coming out. when I think they got big announcements coming out, when I think they're going to be, when I think they are on this road to actually competing with Binance, 400 mil market cap doesn't make any sense. Again, it's not a perfect comparison, but not when Uniswap got to 22 bill last cycle. Different time, I know. Different platform, I know. But these are the things I'm using to find just a range of where I think we go. I don't think that range is $2. I don't think that range is $4. I think that range is closer to 10 plus. So let's do $10. $10. The ME token at $10 is am I crunching that number right? $10 is a $2 billion market cap. I think that's pretty realistic. I think a $10 opening price, kind of ranging around $10, 10 to 15, that's where I see it. In fact, I dropped a prediction yesterday. I'm just for fun. You guys know I'm not a TA guy, right? So I hope, especially if there's anybody new watching, I hope nobody's taking this as, right, like hardcore TA. I'm not that guy. In fact, I say I'm learning right along you guys. I've been in crypto for a long enough time, years. Since 2017, 2016, 17. I've never been a TA guy. I've played with charts. I like it, but I've never really sat here and analyzed stuff. This is dabbling. I like it. It's fun. But again, the point there, don't take this as TA from a TA token expert. It's not that. Just a guy who really feels trends, and I can feel movement and momentum, and I can feel the market, and I can tell you what just makes sense to me and what doesn't make sense. $10 makes a lot of sense to me for this token. $2 billion market cap. But that's why we can start getting crazier with those predictions. Because I really don't think this is a 2 billion market cap token in the short term. I do think it's more like 4, 5, 7 mil, 8 mil. I think it's in that ballpark. And that's where you start getting that price really starting to climb. Starts getting us in the $15, $20, $30. 40 is crazy. 40 is an $8 billion market cap. I get it. It's an astronomical number. It's a $40 billion FDV. I get it. It's not happening most likely. It could happen. My price prediction, this is what I've locked in. I tweeted this out. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. $15 is my prediction. I see the Magic Eden token at $15. Early, like in the next 2 to 3 days. I think $15 makes a lot of sense. Again, 200 million supply, not a billion. That puts it at a $3 billion market cap. I think that's pretty reasonable. I think that's pretty realistic for a platform like Magic Eden. Yeah, $3 billion market cap. To me, it makes a lot of sense. Now, I'm also comparing this to Hyperliquid. And somebody, actually, I didn't understand this comment. The more I thought about it yesterday. Comparing it to Hyperliquid, and somebody said, dude, Magic Eden is not Hyperliquid. And I think they're inferring that Hyperliquid is just much better. And I can't make that make sense. Hyperliquid is a chain and a DEX. I'm sorry, but I can't get in any kind of headspace where I think, Mike, I'm definitely that. I'm definitely a T&A guy. That's different. I can't get in any kind of way of thinking. I tried smoking all my DMT yesterday. All the rest of my mushrooms. I can't get myself in any headspace where I see this bizarro world where Hyperliquid is bigger, better, more potential than Magic Eden. I can't do it. And yet, Hyperliquid has a $4.3 billion market cap right now, different from its FDV. FDV here, when we take the full supply, Hyperliquid is a $13 billion FDV. Again, it's the same thing I'm thinking with Magic Eden. It's the same thing. Market cap in the short term is what I'm looking at. Is Hyperliquid a $13 billion token? I don't think so. Also, I think all these market caps and FTVs are about to just balloon up. It's crazy time right now. It's why I think Magic Eden could do something shocking and reach numbers that I think are stupid, that don't make sense. But if Hyperliquid can do it, which has a whole other bunch of benefits too, right? A beautiful drop they just did. I mean, flawlessly executed TGE and token drop and hype machine, all of that. That is a big part of the price here too. But if Hyperliquid's $4.3 billion market cap with a 13 billion FTV, I'm sorry, then that's putting, if we're loose comp, Magic Eden at 13 bill FTV, that's putting Magic Eden at $13. Right? You see where I'm going? Again, this is not guaranteed to hit those prices. I know they're high. I know it's high. But I also think, and again, the reason I'm pushing so hard in the bullish direction is I think the other price predictions are just so low that those to me are as crazy as these crazy predictions. A $1 or $2 or $3 prediction for ME. 3 is fine-ish. 1 or 2 is crazy. And I have seen those predictions, $1 to $2. That to me is as crazy as predicting the ME tokens at $30, $40. It's crazy. I can't see it. And still when I say it, even with 40, there's a scenario where it happens. There's a scenario where ME is $1. But man, again, if we're looking at the token distribution, the emission schedule, if we're looking at other tokens that this is very normal, right? You've got your circulating supply, you've got your total supply. Those numbers can have huge extremes between the two. What I don't know, and this is where I say again, I'm not a TA guy, I'm not an expert with tokenomics. How do those prices mesh one day? What happens? Does a market cap rise? Does FTV kind of bleed out? You know what I mean? How do they settle and kind of merge into the same number? Because eventually it's the same number. Eventually it is. When the whole supply is unlocked, it's the same. But man, I look at this stuff and all I see is really wild potential when the speculative part, when people are FOMOing into the token, when that part is happening for the ME token, that's where there's a really, really wild kind of potential. And just for fun, why don't we look at some market caps, FTV of some other big tokens? Again, they're not great comps here comparing a blockchain to Magic Eden, unless Magic Eden's launching a blockchain. I think they are. And still not a perfect thing to compare when, the ME blockchain isn't going to be out for probably a good long while. But again, I just want to have some things to compare to. I just want to get people thinking just, a little outside of the box or just thinking more. And at the very least, just learning about this stuff. It's good to know. There's Ripple, $140 billion market cap, $245 billion FTV. Crazy. We're not doing that. ME's not doing that. But again, I just want to show that there is a big separation. Avalanche will see the same, I'm assuming. Actually, much closer because most of their supply has already been out, is circulating. Remember, 3/4 of the ME token supply are not going to be circulating for the first full year, first 12 months. It does matter. Those will start coming together. The extremity of it, I can't believe I said that word. It will be most extreme early on, too. Arbitrum, $4.5 billion versus $11 billion. And there's Algorand. Most tokens are already in circulation. Again, don't let people... It's all fun. It's all fun. It's all banter. It's all us learning together. But don't let people fudge you out of your research and your digging and your learning. And have some conviction. I'm talking out loud to myself a little bit here. And nobody's fudding me. People are just being actually nice by engaging and sharing their insights into this shit. But I'm reading this stuff. I'm running my numbers. And I think I see something that I think a lot of people aren't seeing. And what I'm seeing is that potential. And that potential, how do you realize it? And again, it's in the numbers we're calculating. Other people are seeing it too, right? There's a whole bunch of charts out there showing very similar numbers. I will say this. We are not all on the same page with what circulating supply we're using. Some people are using 125 mil because that is the amount you see in the what is that, pink or purple line? I think is that pink? 125 mil is how much is going to the community, and some people are using 125 mil to calculate those prices. I believe this chart here, it might be a different one that looks similar, but some people are running with charts like this using 125 mil. In fact, I could run the numbers and see real quick. Let's see. 80. Okay, hang on. 80. Oh, okay. No, these guys are doing what I'm doing. Oh, wait. Are they? Hang on. Sorry, guys. Let me try to do this quick. I'm not good. I'm not actually good with numbers, but I am. The numbers I'm doing are right though. 1 5. Yes. Okay. This person is using 125 mil. To me, that's incorrect. To me, this is completely wrong. This is I just did 80 token price times 125 mil. What they're claiming is the amount in circulation. They're wrong. It is 200 mil. 125 mil is what's going to the community tomorrow. That is going to be out circulating, but there's a whole extra, tens of millions as well. There's another 75 mil that gets in circulation. Yeah, probably in a Magic Eden wallet, but it's generated or emitted or whatever. It is part of the circulating supply. So this number's wrong, in my opinion. Wrong. This is way too high. So keep that in mind. But it's great seeing people go and learn and go do these numbers and dig, because we're all learning from it. But again, one last time, this is the emission schedule. 200 mil here, only reaches 250 by the end of the year. Doubles instantly next year, right? Market caps, everything is going to swing quite a bit over the next few years, right? Another 6 months out, balloons up to 750 mil, and then a slow emission for the rest of the, 2-ish years? Little over 2 years. This is where you're going to see the most extreme, probably, volatility in that coin, other than right at TGE tomorrow. Should be wild, should be great opportunities. Again, I make most of my predictions and whatever. I do them when things are peak crazy, and that's coming tomorrow. Mike Bennett, Hyperliquid's a great perp exchange, but any perp exchange compared to an ecosystem like Magic Eden, Emmy seems way more. Yes, sir. I see Magic Eden as a Binance. A baby, an adorable, sweet little baby Binance. That's what I see. And I think in 5 years they live up to potential. And I think in 5 years we look at Magic Eden as very much a Coinbase or a Binance or a Kraken or an OKX. They might be OKX level now. I don't think they are. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're not. But very much see Magic Eden in that conversation. Not what they are now, which is comparable to OpenSea. They're not the same. And that's the biggest thing I think people are underestimating right now, is what Magic Eden is. It's not an NFT marketplace. It's an everything exchange. More and more and more. And again, we're going to get some really cool announcements this week about that, about functionality and everything else they're building in. So we're going to watch this ME token price. I'm going to be bull posting this shit nonstop because I got some conviction. Not financial advice. Doesn't mean I'm right. I know I'm not right. I was going to say, I know I'm not right with a $40 prediction. There is a little baby scenario where that happens. I do think the $15 prediction is pretty realistic. I do. I think it's pretty realistic that we see $15 happen this week. And if we hit $15, I'm sorry, but some of you guys are getting paid, and I'm going to be cheering for you, man. I'm going to be rooting for you guys. I can't wait for that to happen. And by the way, I do think 20 is not so crazy either. $20. Let's do that real quick. $20 puts it at a $4 billion market cap. I'm sorry, that's not crazy. That's still less than Hyperliquid. Puts it at a $20 billion FDV, lower than the Uniswap market cap. FDV must have been astronomical back then, right? In fact, maybe that's where we'll end, is peak at that. Let's do that. I like that. We're going to check Uniswap FDV at the peak of that token, at the token's top market cap. So let's see. That was April. Was it April 2021? Let's go right here. Let's go peak here. $42. I'm sorry, but this is going to look exactly like what people are saying isn't possible. 42. This is a $42 billion FDV, right? I mean, come on, guys. That's a $42 billion FDV we saw in Uniswap in 2021. That's not hopium. That is numbers. That is literally reality of what happened. $42 billion FDV for Uniswap. If people don't think there's potential for Magic Eden to look like that, sorry, but maybe we're not the same kind of traders. And that's actually very true. I know some people are very technical and very expert level traders, which I'm not. But if you don't see that as a possibility, I think you got to, maybe inject a little more hopium into your game plan. A little bit. At the very least for fun, but it's bizarro world here, and it's happened, and I'll say this, it will definitely happen again. Doesn't mean it's Emmy, but it will definitely happen again. $42 billion FDV for Uniswap. Magic Eden, will we see the same? We'll find out. $15, that's the prediction. Lock it in. If you want, guys, just for fun, drop your predictions on my thread. I'll drop that here in the chat. I would love to see your predictions so we can come back and talk about it on the show. I'd love to see your predictions. Mine, again, $15 and up to 30. Really possible, guys. Really possible. What was that again? A 30 is... Sorry, I can't get away. I just can't end this because I'm too excited. 30 times 200 mil. And by the way, the admission over the next year, another 50 mil. That does change all this like pretty quickly, but $30 puts it at a $6 billion market cap. I'm sorry, but I think that's actually very doable too. I do. I think a $6 billion market cap, which puts it at a $30 billion FDV. Sorry, I think it's possible. Maybe not likely, but it's very possible. Very possible. Oh man, I get myself too excited. I really do. I believe what I'm selling. You know what I mean? I buy. What's the term? Say like I use my supply. Whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I buy it. I bull talk myself right into this stuff because I believe it. All right, guys. I hope. Oh, dude. We better believe we'll be getting into this on the afternoon show today with Henry and Joe. I can imagine they're not going to be along for this line of thought. It's my goal to convince them. Actually, I don't care, but I want to convince them. So, yeah, this afternoon we'll be talking about this for sure. Hope you guys join us. We'll be live at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It is right here. SlamX Official over on YouTube. You can follow us at CryptoSlam.io over on X. My bad. Dude, I'm so sorry. I think I'm live still. Hang on. Am I still live? Hang on. Let me do this the right way. Dude, that was awesome. Okay. I'm here. I'm gone in a second, but that wasn't the way you go out. All right, guys. Now we go out the right way. I hope you have a great fucking day. All right? Have a great fucking day. Go run those numbers yourself. Go see what's cooking here. I think something special's coming. Again, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, guys. We will see ya. Peace. Fumbling these fucking controls. See you guys.